Biggest job sites in the United States for people that want to work in office or in-person job. This is going to be the second video in a row on this. Last time I did the first 4, and now we got 4 additional sites that you should concentrate on for in-person jobs. And I'll give you a bonus site at the end. So next one that you're going to want to concentrate on, and in the first video, if you missed it, we did Indeed, LinkedIn, ZipRecruiter, and Monster. Now for this video, we're going to concentrate next on Career Builder. So before Monster was the biggest site, it was Career Builder. So it went Career Builder, and then it was Monster, and now it's Indeed. But Career Builder still has a ton of active roles on it. They still market everywhere to companies to try to get business. So there's hundreds of thousands of jobs still on Career Builder that you can go and apply for. And if you saturated yourself with Indeed or with LinkedIn, I suggest spending some time there in order to get your name out there to some different platforms. Next one is actually Glassdoor, and I believe Glassdoor is actually owned by Indeed. So if you want to go and apply on Glassdoor, you can do it as well. Added benefit to Glassdoor is, of course, that you can also see company reviews from real people, what they've put in there and what they think about the company. I will, however, caution you. This is not the time, if you're unemployed and looking for a job, to be negative, to live in the negative. And you're on Glassdoor, you're going to see some negative reviews. Anytime somebody gets fired or is a disgruntled employee for any reason, they're going to go there and leave a bad review. And those bad reviews, are the kind of the worst thing that has happened to that company, to those people. So it's not always indicative of what everybody's experience is. So don't spend too much time on the reviews. Get a general cursory glance. If there's a lot of bad, then I'd avoid the company. If there's just a couple, give it some grace. People do get fired, and people do leave bad reviews sometimes for companies. Next one is very underutilized because people don't actually know exists. What happens is people go to Google, and the next site is Google Jobs. And what I mean by that is they just go to Google and they type the kind of job that they want. Instead, type Google Jobs into the Google search browser. It will bring up an interface. That interface is a sorting interface for jobs that Google is finding from all over the internet. So go to Google, type in Google Jobs, hit enter, and then put into the filters exactly what type of job you want, what comp band you want, all of it, and it will list out everything. That is a great way to find all kinds of jobs that I did not find on other job sites, and it led me to companies' actual career pages, which is the 4th and last one. So 4th and last one is companies' actual websites, like going to Amazon.com, clicking on careers, going to InZone.com, clicking on careers, going to any job site. There's usually a career section either at the top or all the way at the bottom of the page. You want to click in there and go apply on their page. Now, sometimes that'll send you externally to whatever HRIS software they have. So like, let's say that they have ADP, it's going to send you to ADP to apply through that portal because that's how it works for that job. That's okay. But going to the actual company job site has gotten people a lot of jobs where they're so saturated in the market with Indeed or LinkedIn. Sometimes that's not hooked up for the company the same way. Depending on how they have their website structured and organized, they might have where you apply through a website, it goes to a specific person like an HR or a hiring manager. So I try to apply through the website if it's a job that you really want and you're not just kind of spam applying that day. If you're like, I really like this company, do it on their website because you have a higher chance of getting hired at that company directly. Last one, and it's one that most people will tell you to avoid, but beggars cannot be choosers. And when any of us are in the position where we just have to get a job to feed our families, and maybe we're not looking for the perfect role, then I would tell you to also go online, do gig work, do temp work, do staffing agencies, go to Eventbrite and go to career fairs, and all of those things still work modern day, but people usually avoid them because they think it's more hassle to get dressed up, go in, talk to people, print resumes, all that kind of stuff. But remember, whenever you're applying for jobs, what you're trying to do is to get to a person, because most people have the thought process in their minds that if I can just get to a person, that I'll be able to get the job because I'll be able to show them that I have the ability to do this job. And this is a way you can directly get in front of people. So that takes out the middleman of applying through a job site and going through hundreds of people. So I heavily encourage you to do that if you're not already. Let me know if there are other in-person job sites that you think people should check out, and I'll feature them in a future video.